I'm going to explain why I'm not crazy. I'm going to use a few YouTube channels for information and a book by Alan Watts called The Joyous Cosmology and the Inventions of the Chemistry of the Conscious. Feel really misunderstood at this point.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy for going into my imagination and looking in the world within, or how they think I'm crazy. I'm trying to say that I'm delusional for doing it. Well, here's a book. It's by Alan Watts, one of the most respected and known theologians and philosophers of modern times. And I would tell you I would explain this in my own words, but I want to explain it in his, so you understand that it's not coming from just my perspective. It actually exists. It says, the external and internal behavior in conscious is changing the external world has been the genuine and obsession of our civilization. That means that people look externally for all their answers in our society. In the last 2 centuries, the Western monotheistic cultures have forced outward and moved objects about with astonishing efficiency. Okay, well, monotheistic religions are thousands of years old, so why just the last 2 centuries that they've tried to start making everybody look outward instead of inward and realizing that you're the creator of your own reality. And you are allowed to, when you're inside your head, you are allowed to use your imagination. Western belief stops that right in its tracks, and that's what external belief is. In more recent years, however, our culture has become aware of disturbing imbalance. You know, there's a lot of people coming down with different mental illnesses because they don't know how to live. They think that all there is to life is go home, go to work, go home, not even have enough time for their family, and go to sleep, and it causes imbalance, or they can't keep up with the external world, or they don't want to live the external world. They want to live within. It says, we have become aware of the undiscovered universe within. Now, there's something called the awakening. And what that is when you discover your world inside yourself. You discover how to look inside and go about your life, making yourself responsible for every action that you take, and being happy about it at the end of the day. Not looking towards anybody else for happiness, and learning how to love yourself.
When you awaken, everybody's going to think you're crazy.
This is the way a whole society is trying to live. This is a way that a whole group of people are waking up so that they can control their own actions and show people that they have the power to control their own actions. And believe me when I say that there are these 5 pitfalls. I've went through them. I'm going through them. It's part of the awakening process. But once you start awakening, it's not like you can turn around and go back. You're awake. There's no going back. So here's part of the video.
What does it really mean to awaken? It is fair to say that awakening is a journey from limitation to freedom, from unconscious to conscious. Whether you intentionally choose to take this journey or an unexpected experience propels you onto the path, once you start, there is no turning back. It is true that the journey might be quite arduous at times, but no matter how long or challenging, the extraordinary destination far exceeds any bumps and bruises along the way. The end result of full awakening is freedom from personal suffering, clarity of mind, boundless joy, inner peace, and the ability to live an incredibly fulfilling life. The awakened state holds everything we have ever desired, and so much more.
Now this next part I'm going to talk about is the pineal gland, and what it does. It does several things. It releases melatonin, you know that, and also it controls the circadian system, and it also helps control a whole slew, a number of all different kinds of hormones that are in your body. And this gets calcified. Conspiracists believe through the government pumping toxic stuff into our food and putting fluoride in our water.
This is where it's located. They found out in most humans that it's calcified for whatever reasons. There's conspiracy theories about the government pumping stuff into our food and into our system. Okay, now I keep going back and forth to YouTube channels and websites and information. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because when somebody thinks that you're crazy or you're insane, you have no information to back up your story. It's coming out of your mind, right? Well, no. I have plenty of information to back up my story. There are hundreds of websites and thousands upon thousands of videos on YouTube about the pineal gland, about the third eye, about spirituality, about how when you decalcify your pineal gland, there's a belief that it actually allows your brain to excrete DMT. Now, DMT is a drug that is released in everyone just before you die. And what that does is it makes you hallucinate. And there's actually people that make DMT and use DMT on a regular basis and say that they can reach heightened states of spirituality. They can see people's energies and auras. When you decalcify the pineal gland and it's active, you can actually, at a high state of consciousness in deep meditation, allow yourself to hallucinate. Now this is on command. This is a spiritual practice. This ain't something that somebody's just walking around hallucinating. Things are in the sky. This is, something that you have to physically and mentally connect to before you can have any results. Now, I wouldn't even recommend doing it in a Western society because they'll tell you that you have schizophrenia. But in other parts of the world, they do this as a deeper understanding of spirituality. You don't necessarily need to do this, but if you would like to get more spiritual, this is the way to do it. And it says, can ancient sun gaze and therapy help reactivate a calcified pineal gland? And this is just belief, but it goes on to say down here, it says, the beneficial effects of the practice, it can be dramatic depending on the person's individual health status, which results ranging from reduced pain and improved cognition to physical healing and expanded consciousness. Much of this has to do with the way the energy from the sun helps decalcify the pineal gland. Now remember, the pineal gland is the seat of the soul, and it has been known since ancient times, way back when they knew that your other organs had memory. Same thing they just found out now. They would never admit anything like that because then you would believe that you had all the power that you need to control your life in your inner self, and they don't want people to believe that. They want people to follow their system.
Okay, everybody, about to come to the end of this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. And even though it was meant to be somewhat funny, all the information that was in this video comes from a true source, and none of it was made up. And I hope that you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.